Now we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis, when the price was here, we mentioned we're looking for buy, but the question was whether we can expect to get the correction similar to what we have here, because we mentioned this is then this is will be on the correction, and even we mentioned may we get internal running flat similar to what we get here before we get any correction similar to what this one. Okay, that means the second option was good, right? And this is what we get. Okay, when we get this one and we get this up move, there was a buy opportunity here. Any buy from here, if any traders get the buy from here, they should know after the breakout of the top, even if they refer to the MACD, they see they have a divergence. And here as well, they have a divergence. They should know there will be a reversal, because the bigger correction, because we mentioned we expecting to get the correction similar to what we have here, and this is what we get. That's why every time I mention, if we get any buy setup, the breakout, if we see it's not moving, we start to manage it. Anyway, I didn't have any trade, update, and I hope traders they could manage if they take the buy from here. Okay, now we want to see what's the next, and as I say, we want to see how we can trade it. Okay, based on daily chart, we don't have anything. So if I move to forward chart, okay, this is what we are looking for. We have a correction here, and we get this, and this too is internal. Okay, 1 2 3. Okay, but the internal correction and running flat, the move the way within these two is really long. This is a normal, we can see this type of the correction if we check the history of the the different charts, we can see it. Sometimes this one can be shorter, sometimes can be long. Okay, no, the only question is how deep this one can go before we get the next move. Now we want to see how we can trade it. Okay, even based on forward chart, if you compare this one in relative to this, based on this one, we have a divergence, and even MACD. Okay, that's why anyone wants in the trade some at this top based on lower time frame, they should be aware about the divergence. Sometimes can give us a bigger correction, and even we explain what we were expected. That's why sometimes we have a two different option. Okay, that means the first option was if this is the only correction, and this one internal correction can be relative to this. The another one was maybe we can get one more. Here when the price was here, I'm talking, we get one more similar to what we have here for the next move up. That means the internal correction band be running flat for the next move down. Okay, that's why sometimes I explain for two different options. Okay, and then we need to know which one is work, because here when we see this one, we get the next up move in terms of the length and time is similar of this. Then that's when we should know any buy within this range. We should know. We should know that we have to manage it, because we can expect the one move down, because what we get here is in relative to this, not this, even in terms of the length and time. Okay, anyway, uh, if I move to 1 hour chart, we want to see how we can trade it. The first thing is, as I mentioned, how deep this one can go. Okay, whether the price can break this one before we get the buy. If it's break, can give me better confirmation. Okay, but right now, as we can see, we have this move, the price drop. How about if we get any sharp move flag, we can buy? Yeah. If we get any buy setup from here, if I get any sharp move flag, I will take the buy. Maybe better I move to 15 minutes. Okay. Based on 15 minutes, as I mentioned, based on 1 hour chart just now, I mentioned if the price this one continue and break this low is better. But if we get any buy setup, the second option is, if the price doesn't break this one, we prefer to get a sharp move flag. Then from there, we look for buy. Okay, now the question is, if the flag is above this one, is better. But how about if we get the flag middle this one, below this? Okay, if we get a flag, if we get any trade setup, it depends on the traders, whether they want to trade or not. When the price comes to this level, they have to start to manage. Why? Maybe we can expect the flat here. If we get a flat, yeah, it can give me a better trade setup. That's why for me, if I want to trade within this range, the best thing is if I get the sharp move, flag is at the top, then I will take the trade. But anyway, any opportunity within this range, also we need to look into it better. But this one will be based on 15 or 5 minute chart. Okay. Anyway, we try to move to 1 hour chart. Based on 1 hour chart, we don't have any trade setup. The only thing is we want to see whether this one can break this low or not. Okay, or the price can start to correct here. Okay, before we take the buy. Whatever I was mentioning based on 15 minute with the flag, the one is just for 15 minutes and 5 minutes. Based on 1 hour chart, I don't think we can get any trade setup within this range. The best thing is whether the price break or we get any sharp move for the breakout of this, then we get the correction for next move up. Okay, anyway, we just follow the chart and we're looking for buy. The only thing is how deep this one can go. If I see any update or trade setup, then I will share. Thanks.